So first temperature scale is the Kelvin. Here the temperature is measured in Kelvin, capital K, and this Kelvin scale is related with the degree Celsius scale according to this equation. So Kelvin scale is equal to reading of temperature in degree Celsius plus 273. So the thermometer, centigrade scale thermometer will measure the temperature. If we add 273 in that temperature temperature reading in centigrade get converted into the Kelvin reading. Similarly, there is another scale which is used to measure the temperature, that is Fahrenheit scale. Here the temperature is measured in degree Fahrenheit, capital F, and this degree Fahrenheit scale is related with a degree Celsius scale by using this mathematical model. So degree Celsius reading into 1.8, and in this product if we add 32, then that degree Celsius reading get converted into the Fahrenheit reading. Similarly, Fahrenheit scale is related with the Rankine temperature scale. So Fahrenheit reading in Fahrenheit, temperature reading in Fahrenheit is equal to temperature recorded by the Rankine thermometer minus 459.7. So by using this mathematical equation, we can convert temperature measured in Rankine into temperature in Fahrenheit or vice versa. And the fourth important relation, Rankine temperature and Kelvin scale. Okay, so we can convert temperature measured in Kelvin into Rankine temperature by multiplying the temperature in Kelvin with 1.8. So by using these relations, we can convert or we can relate the different temperature measuring scale with each other. As per the convenience, we can convert degree Celsius into Kelvin or Kelvin into degree Celsius, Fahrenheit into degree Celsius or vice versa, Fahrenheit into Rankine or Rankine into Fahrenheit, and then similarly we can convert Kelvin into Rankine scale. Now let's come to the again an important topic. So how to measure the temperature? So the most commonly used temperature measuring device is the thermometer. Now this thermometer, as I told you, this thermometer is invented, or for any temperature measuring device, the principle, the base is the zeroth law of thermodynamics. So what zeroth law of thermodynamics tells? Can anybody tell me what is zeroth law of thermodynamics? We just learned zeroth law of thermodynamics. If two bodies are in thermal equilibrium with each other, and if we bring third body, then all these three bodies are in thermal equilibrium with each other. Now let's come to the construction and working of the mercury thermometer. So if you observe this diagram carefully, mercury thermometer mainly consists of a capillary tube. It is having one large end that is called as the bulb. So this bulb with capillary tube, and this bulb and capillary tube is fitted inside a glass tube. Okay, and this bulb is merged into the substance whose temperature we want to measure. Now how this mercury thermometer works. Okay, so first, here again there are three bodies. So first body is the substance whose temperature we want to measure by using a mercury thermometer. So that is the first body. Second body is this capillary tube plus bulb is the second body, and third body is the mercury inside a capillary tube. Now according to zeroth law of thermodynamics, so this substance is at some temperature. That temperature we want to know by using a mercury thermometer. So when we merge this thermometer inside that substance, so there will be a thermal equilibrium. So there will be a thermal equilibrium first between this substance and the bulb of this capillary tube. Okay, so that bulb will sense a heat, so it will expand inside this capillary tube and the mercury will start to rise inside a capillary tube. So there will be a marking provided on a glass tube which includes this capillary tube and bulb. So we can directly read the value of the temperature of that substance by using this scale. So here the scale is in degree Celsius as well as it is in Fahrenheit. So we can read temperature by using this mercury thermometer in degree Celsius as well as in degree Fahrenheit. So this is the construction and working of the mercury thermometer. Is there any doubt, student? Are you able to correlate how the thermometer works on the basis of zeroth law of thermodynamics?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, so again I am repeating here. So three bodies, zeroth law of thermodynamics talk about when two bodies are in thermal equilibrium. So here the mercury inside a capillary tube and capillary itself, they are in thermal equilibrium with each other, and when we merge this, the bulk of the mercury thermometer in a substance whose temperature we want to know, then these two bodies will come in contact with the third body, which is the substance, and after some time these three bodies will be in thermal equilibrium with each other. Means the temperature of all the three bodies will be same, and this temperature, due to temperature there will be heat to the mercury. So mercury will expand inside a capillary tube, so it will rise in a capillary tube. So rise of mercury inside a capillary tube will indicate a temperature in degree Celsius or in degree Fahrenheit. So this is construction and working of mercury thermometer. But there is limitation for using this mercury thermometer, or this thermometer is just used for laboratory purpose. It is not used in industries, because in industries the temperature range, the operating temperature range is very high. Let's take an example of a casting industry where the temperature is more than 1000 degrees Celsius. So we cannot use the mercury thermometer in casting. So the thermocouples are the other temperature measuring devices that are used in industry. So this mercury thermometer is used only for laboratory purposes or for measuring the temperature range starting from 0 degrees Celsius to 600 degrees Celsius. So if the temperature of the substance or system is more than 600 degrees Celsius, we cannot use the mercury thermometer. So again, the second temperature measuring device is the constant volume gas thermometer. Okay. So again here this constant volume gas thermometer works according to Charles law. What is Charles law? Can anybody tell me what is Charles law?
At constant pressure, volume is directly proportional to temperature.
At constant pressure, volume is directly proportional to temperature. Absolutely correct. Very good. Very good, Pradeep. Okay. So according to Charles law, when pressure is kept constant, so temperature is directly proportional to volume, or volume is directly proportional to temperature. Okay. And this will vary linearly. Okay. So this is a diagram. This diagram shows a constant volume gas thermometer, which is again one of the temperature measuring device. So here this bulb is filled with a gas, and this gas bulb is merged into the system whose temperature we want to measure, and this bulb through a capillary tube, it is it is fitted to a flexible tube which is filled with mercury. So working of constant volume gas thermometer is almost same like the mercury thermometer. So here when this gas is merged, so merge inside a system whose temperature we want to measure, so it will get heated, and due to heating this gas will expand inside this capillary tube, and due to this there will be rise in level of the mercury. Let's say the initial level of mercury is this one, and after some time interval the mercury level will settle at certain height. Okay, and by using this height we can measure the temperature of the gas, similar like the mercury thermometer. So this is the second temperature measuring device. Now the next one is the thermocouple, which is very popular and very commonly used temperature measuring device. Basically it is a sensor. Now how the sensor works? So thermocouple, it works on principle of Seebeck effect. What is Seebeck effect? I think you learned the Seebeck effect in physics, 11th or 12th physics. Can anybody tell me what is Seebeck effect or what this effect tells? Student, please reply.
Sir, it is related to thermal current or temperature difference.
Absolutely correct. It is related with the temperature difference, and whenever there is a temperature difference, a thermal EMF will generate inside a circuit, and that is the Seebeck effect. When two similar metals are connected through two junctions, one is hot junction, another one is cold junction. So electron will flow from hot junction to the cold junction, and due to this EMF will generate, and that generated EMF is called as the thermal EMF, and the current is the thermodynamic current or thermal current. So thermal current will flow through the another end of the junction, and in the another end a galvanometer is fitted or a potentiometer is fitted. So this potentiometer will measure the amount of EMF generated in terms of millivolts. The amount of voltage which is generated is very small, so it is measured in millivolts, and by correlating this generated voltage with the temperature, we can the thermocouple measure the temperature, and this thermocouple is coupled with a digital display. So microcontroller will be there, digital controller will be there, and this thermocouple directly indicates the reading in degree centigrade. You will get a digital value, so it directly indicates the value. There is no need to get the reading through a scale. I hope these much contents are sufficient today. So wait a minute, let me download the attendance. Students, please ask if you have any doubt. Okay, so in this session we discuss about the zeroth law of thermodynamics. We discuss about temperature, we define temperature, then we gone through the various temperature measuring scale, and then we started the